What's up, everybody? Welcome back to World of Matchups. Team reset for today is going to be the Washington Commanders. Probably one of the worst run franchises in all of the National Football League. So, I don't really care much about this team. I don't like the owner. I think Daniel Snyder is a piece of garbage. He needs to go out to pasture like they did former Los Angeles Clippers owner Donald Sterling. The both of them need to be added in permanently. They got probably the worst stadium in the whole National Football League, and now they bring in Carson Wentz. Boy, Ron Rivera's got his hands full. The guy beats cancer and now has Carson Wentz as a starting quarterback. This is not a team that really inspires a whole lot of excitement. There's not a lot going on there. They had a really disappointing season last year. Their defense a couple of years ago took a huge step forward. They get Chase Young in there. Everybody's galvanized. They're pretty excited. And then last year, they were just absolute garbage. So when your starting quarterback is Carson Wentz, what do? You have to be able to run the ball effectively. They haven't really been able to do that so far this preseason. I don't understand what has happened to Antonio Gibson. There was a lot of hype around this guy last year. A couple of years ago, he gave the Dallas Cowboys 3 touchdowns on Thanksgiving. Showed a lot of promise, a lot of heart, kind of the workhorse running back that you thought you could count on in Washington. And ever since they changed their name from the Redskins to the Commanders, this guy's been absolutely horrible. Third string running back Brian Robinson is pushing this kid for touches now. He's slowly becoming an afterthought. J.D. McKissick spurned Buffalo after wanting to sign there to come back to Washington. Why, I have no idea. The one lone bright spot that the Commanders do have is they have an amazing wide receiver in touchdown, Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry is great. He has never really had a decent quarterback throwing him the ball. We'll see what they can do with Carson Wentz at the helm, but so far it's been a nightmarish camp for him, overthrowing players all over the place. Carson Wentz is not good. I know he had a borderline MVP-type campaign with the Eagles, and he would have been named MVP, but his confidence has been shot since then, and I think he'll be out of the league in less than 2 years. The Commanders are a horrible football team with an underachieving defense. Now Montez Sweat, this is a good player. Kendall Fuller's got a ring with Kansas City. He's, the starting, cornerback. And hopefully they get Chase Young back. I mean, they have promise, but they just cannot score. They bring in Jahan Dotson, who I like. But, asking a rookie to help, Scary Terry carry the mail this early, I'm not so sure. I looked at their schedule. I give this team about 5 wins, and that's being generous. The NFC East is, they're on the come-up. Philadelphia will be better. I guarantee you the Giants will definitely be better. Giants have a better defense than people think. Dallas is still Dallas. I mean, will Dallas be worse than the Commanders? I just can't see that. You know what I mean? So 5 wins, being very, very generous. I think Ron Rivera is over his head. They just don't have the pieces there, and it's so sad when you think about the Hogs from the 80s, RFK, Doug Williams, Mark Rippon, John Riggins. I mean, this is not like some kind of bum franchise. You know what I mean? This is the Washington Redskins, but now they're the Commanders. Everyone wants to be politically correct, and rightfully so, but they're not cooking with much of anything. This is a team that has a match, and it's wet. They're not going anywhere, and I think any team that Carson Wentz goes to is basically a team that will be doomed. So, 5-12. If they're lucky and the sun shines right on them, they'll win 6 games, but I highly doubt it. You've been watching World of Matchups, a little mundane today. I can't really get fired up about these horrible teams, but I'm going to still break them down because that's what we do here at World of Matchups all day, every day, and twice on Sunday, bringing you guys all the content necessary moving forward for what's going to be a fantastic National Football League season this year. You can find us on YouTube, grabit.com. We appreciate the likes, the follows. You can subscribe, get all the information you need, and we will be back tomorrow. We appreciate all the love. Take care, everybody.